Hi, Melissa. Love the value your show brings to product folks like me. I'm currently working at a fintech. I started the product team 2 years ago after convincing the CEO that product management was needed in order to maximize the engineering team's value. Luckily, things are going great product development wise, but my goal is turning the company from sales led to product led. And since the whole process of product management has have a positive short term impact solving stakeholders' problems, there's a lot of resistance in prioritizing customer problems over business unit problems. So my question is, what approach would you take on this?
All right, this is a really common scenario. Lots of companies out there are sales led. And I think I'm starting to figure this out for myself and find out why, right? If you think about it this way, we have had a couple different ways to actually grow companies in the past. It's been marketing, it's been direct sales, it's been those types of levers. When you start to introduce software components, as we have in the last 20 years in these modern companies, that starts to change because our avenues for growth are not just about, hey, let me go sell this or sell the hell out of this, right? Or let me go do the best marketing campaign in the world. It's also about things like product led growth, people discovering the product, getting in there, unlocking new features, and being able to upsell them in those ways as well. Many people that have come to software organizations have learned the growth levers only being from a sales led or marketing led organization. They don't understand what product led actually means. And the way that we teach people in business school, the way that we teach people in life or in business and all these different organizations, a lot of it's sales led. It's not about driving product. So this is fairly new, right? This is fairly new for the world to actually think about. So it's a pretty big shift if we think about going from sales led to product led, because now we have to relearn different engines for growth. And the companies that get this, you can see they're already product led. They were natively product led. The companies who don't get this are usually because people haven't operated this way before. And it's a fairly new thing, as I said. So let's think about how do we get people to move from sales led to product led. One, it's about recognizing that it's not just about selling whatever we can, it's about growing sustainably. And that's what software allows us to do. It allows us to grow sustainably, it allows us to increase our margins, put things out to customers faster, and create better experiences there. A lot of our lives are taking place on screens, on phones, on browsers, for better or for worse. I know a lot of people do not like that, but that's the truth. It's how we work, it's how we get our jobs done, and most of the time. And we need to be thinking about how are people interacting with those things. It's not just about overwhelming them with features. It's about giving them the right stuff in the right way with the right experiences. So when we think about moving towards customer problems instead of business problems, the way that I like to think about it is we look at our business goals as a lens for which customer problems we want to prioritize. So it's still important to look at how much you want to grow, right? Especially if you have venture capital money, everybody's going to have like this exit plan in the back of their mind, probably like 5 to 6 years from now. How much do we want to grow? What should our ARR be? All those different metrics. You've got that. Now you want to start to think about which customer problems can we solve to get us there. So that's what I really think about as a business problem lens. It's not just one or the other. We still need to solve our business problems as well. But your business problems should help you prioritize what are the most impactful customer problems we can solve to reach those goals, to help us grow this business. So it's a lens, right? It's just a prioritization metric on top of it. This helps if you start talking this way. This helps kind of, you know, quench those fears of, oh, we're only looking at customer problems. Nobody cares about the business. Or the other side, I don't even, everybody cares about the business. Nobody cares about customers. Like we've had this war for the last 20 years. It's about looking at them both and thinking of a system of metrics. And that's how we can start to approach these problems. When you start to think about if we need to grow by $50 million in ARR, let's say in the next 5 years, what's going to help us do that? There's a lot of different levers to actually pull on that. You could go up market, go down market, but then you start in a million different other ways, right? Like we have a blog post on 16 strategies for growth on productslabs.com. Like if you really want to know different strategies for growth, go check that out because it's great. But you can think through all of the these different strategies and start to say, what problems do we need to solve for our customers to actually be able to go up market, to go down market, right? You start to tie it back to those business strategies. And that's what focuses people on customer problems. And that's what makes up your roadmap. So have the conversation about, in order to reach these business goals, what do we need to do for our customers to be successful in these strategies? That's what's going to start to get that conversation going. But that needs to start the executive team, and then it needs to make its way down to the rest of the teams. And if you start to change the language, I think it's a really good first step into getting your company to start thinking about customer problems more. There's a lot more that goes into actually transforming an organization from sales led to product led, but I really do think it starts with the mindset of why are we here? And that's to solve customer problems. So start there, start with the executives, getting in line with that, telling that story, and then the rest becomes logistics about how we set up our product management teams, our operations, and different things like that. Sales teams shouldn't be dictating the roadmap. Instead, it should be coming from a place of strategy, of growth strategy, hopefully, trickling back down into what customer problems. And sales is a part of that, right? Sales will come in and give their opinion and tell you what you heard, but it needs to start from the strategy, not just from customer requests, not just from internal ideas about what will work. It's about what those customer problems are that will allow us to achieve those growth levers. So I would really start there and try to shift that conversation if it's not happening right now. That's going to start you off, I think, with the most impact to get to a product-led organization.